Hello there. Um, I just want to talk about tribal wars in Ghana. And in Ghana, there's so many diverse tribes. There are the Ashantis, the Dangmes, the Gas, the Ewas. So many of us. And then we've got the people up north, the houses, the the Gatis. So many. And it is unfortunate how politics has become the grounds that fester tribal wars. I mean, people raise arguments. Presently in Ghana, I think the economy has plummeted, is taking a turn for the worse. And people are angry. It's understandable. But when they argue their points, beautifully, and then they just ruin it with one horrible tribalistic remark, and it makes everything sour. And I think that as a nation we are very intolerant of other tribes, tribes that are different to us. you know we I think there are about 46 languages in Ghana. So there's so many different cultures all fused together. We've been put in one place, but we are diverse as can be. We're different, but we are the same people at the same time. And I think it would be nice if we could get along fine, if we could, bear with one another, if we could support one another, because I believe is the only way to advancement, to progress in the country. I am neither a member of the NDC or the MPP, but I just feel very, my heart goes out to President Mahama sometimes, because people attack him. I mean, it's left, right, and center. And it's understandable, because people are in trauma. People are in trouble because the economy is bad so far. But if you want to attack him for his performance or something, but do not attack his tribe. I have read comments on Ghana where people would go like pipini. Some of the words they use on there are so derogatory, I don't even want to repeat them. It's that bad. I think we should just show the man some respect, and just wait, because it's a democratic country we live in. So 2016 will come. If you're still not sure of him, your thumb can do the kicking out. You don't have to use words, attack his tribe. And I think it's just embarrassing. It really embarrasses me as a Ghanaian that in this day and age we will look beyond the point. We will deviate from the main point and start arguing on very basic, very trivial things. I just, as I said, my heart goes out to the president, Mahama, and I just imagine him sitting in his office behind a huge mahogany desk, with his head trapped in his hands like that, and shaking his head, wishing the earth will open and swallow him, because he's up against a lot. He's up against so many Ghanaian mouths, attacking him left, right, center. I think that we should, as a nation, embrace a little more diversity, differences, because we some of us speak different languages to others, we eat different food to others, but we have been put by God in the same country, and we have to find a way to coexist. And I think tribal wars are appalling, we shouldn't entertain that. I know there's the rule of law in Ghana, and I wish that a law will be passed, so that anyone who is blatantly tribalistic, you can't really control this, because people want to be what they want to be. No, but anyone who is blatantly tribalistic should be brought to justice, in my opinion. And I feel that there are two predominant factions in the political world of the country. There is a NPP. The Akans have claimed the NPP, and the the Ewas and the other minority groups, have claimed the NDC, and there has been a lot of unrest based on these tribal wars in certain areas of the country, and I feel that is not on, and we have to be able to control that, to put that in check, because based on tribal differences, there has been Holocaust in certain parts of the world, and we can't look too far. Let's consider Rwanda. The 1990 genocide was between the Hutus and the Tutsis, and it was all based on politics. And in the end, look what happened. 1994, it was a horrible waste of human lives, and I think that we shouldn't give animosity room to rule in our hearts, because if it has happened to Rwanda, it can happen to us as Ghanaians. I think sometimes as Ghanaians, we're very complacent. We feel, oh, we are a Christian country, the Lord is on our side, we cannot harm each other, we cannot attack each other. But before you know it, we're next. And it will be such a shame, it will be appalling, because we cannot imagine the consequences of war, the aftermath. How do we rebuild our country? I mean, we are in a mess as it stands. So God forbid there is war. Where are we going to start? So we have to consider some of these things. Holocaust, discrimination is horrible. People have lost their lives between 1939 1944 45 in Germany, in most parts of Europe during the Second World War under the regime of Adolf Hitler. So many millions of Jews and other people and other people lost their lives. They were incinerated because of what? Because they did not meet a certain standard, because they are not they're not blonde, they are not of the Aryan race, what Hitler was trying to protect. It's a horrible waste of lives, and I think we should never give room for that to happen again. The reason why I feel compelled to make this video was because I found myself in a very remote part of England, and for the first time I came face to face with blatant racism. A very horrible experience, very disconcerting feeling, for someone to discriminate against you for the color of your skin, for you to encounter prejudice in this way, I think is horrible, and nobody should be made to experience that. This is 2014, not 1914, not 1964, and nobody should be sidelined. I mean, if you told me I stink, I know I can take a shower, I can put on some deodorant, and I'm good to go. But for you to sideline me for the color of my skin, a characteristic I can never change, don't even think about bleaching, because that is another whole topic that I would want to attack the next time in my video. you know. So it's not as though I can change it, and even if I want to, because I enjoy being black. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm happy of who I am or what God made me. So why should I even want to change or wish to be something else? Wish to be, something that God didn't make me to be. So racism is still in existence. Is subtle. I never thought that I would come face to face with it in this blatant way, in that remote part of England. I was obviously the only black in town, and it was, I suppose, easier to be picked on, but these things, they don't bother me really. I'm not bothered, because I know who I am, I know where I'm coming from, and I don't think anybody will make me feel bad about myself, for being black. So we just, as a nation, we have to learn to be tolerant of one another, because these tribal wars, I mean, is something that we have lived with for a very long time. Sometimes we see it as a joke, but really it cannot, it has a tendency of turning into something else, something very, very nasty that we probably will not be able to control. So we should just bear with one another, and just live peaceably, So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you come again. I've got so many topics that I'd love to talk about. I've left my email address at the bottom of this video, and I hope that you do contact me with your views, with your comments. They're all welcome. Your criticism, everything is welcome, because that is how I grow. So God bless you all for watching, and come again next time. Bye.